Shalom. This is Shalomar from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to those that's pushing this word and truth and sincerity to make the calling of election short. This is going to be a lesson based off of Judgment coming to you entertainers. As you see, it's been a lot of rappers getting shot up. What is today? Today is February the 23rd. I want to say a couple of days ago, on the 21st or the 20th, there was a shooting in Atlanta on a music video set. And I can't think of the name. It was two rappers. I really don't know the name of a lot of these young rappers, but it was two rappers doing a music video, and a music video set got shot up. Not only that, it's been a real deadly time in the past year and a half of rappers, up and coming rappers, and also rappers that's already out with music getting murdered. What's his name? Lil Boosie. He was shot in the leg. And that's not even, the Lord had mercy on him. But if he don't change, then he's gonna be added to what's coming to the rest of them, which is great judgment. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4. It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." So that's going to be during a time where no one actually needs music anymore. Because it's going to be real bad out here. Who's going to want to hear trap music or even love songs, R&B during the time of Jacob's trouble, during the time of war and people dying of plagues and hunger, everything that's about to hit this place. No one's not going to want to hear music, but the Lord is going to bring judgment on a lot of you before then. Well, not bring, he's already doing it. Because of the things that you put in your music and the way that it's pretty much a way of life. Even if you're not living what you're saying in your music, you still promoting it. Drug use, violence, adultery. You even have rappers that made music about robbery. Now, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of that stuff I grew up listening to back in the 90s, late 80s, 90s. A lot of dance music was out in the 90s, especially down south. We had a lot of dance music, but it turned into, it turned R and X rated. It wasn't all about doing this new dance that's out. It was more about, it had a lot of what can I say, sexual content added to it. But you don't hear a lot of that now. You don't. It's kind of like a kind of a kiddie thing. You have a lot of teenagers that's doing like dance challenges, and they come from a song. And it's kind of innocent, but then you have adults. For example, what I can't think of. I think there's a rapper out named Erica, and she has this song. I'm trying to think of it. Because everybody doing a challenge off of it. It's called Bust It. So they doing this Bust It challenge where these chicks be shaking their ass. So the Lord is seeing all of this, and he's going to bring judgments to you entertainers. Not only that, you have actors that promote nothing but violent movies. I mean, some of it is good drama movies, but a lot of it promotes violence. I'm going to go to Ezekiel real quick. Chapter 22. And let me go down a little bit to verse 9. And I'm going to get some of these words in the scripture so we can see exactly who the Lord is talking about. I'm going to read it first. Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 9, it says, "In thee are men that carry tails to shed blood, and in thee they eat upon the mountains, in the midst of thee they commit lewdness." So when you go into this word carry tails, slanderer, tale-bearing, informer. So basically somebody that's promoting or putting out words, informing, tale-bearing, slander. Now let's go back. It was another word I wanted to get. So they carry out messages or send, create tales or stories to shed blood. And it says, and they eat, and in thee they eat upon the mountains. So let's look at the mountains. It says hill country, hill mountain, or hill mountain, hill country, or mount. But we know that mountains and hills are used. It symbolizes as like a government or a high power. So the government is actually allowing this, and the ones that's in charge are actually allowing the what they're saying, and it says they eat. It says, and indeed they eat upon the mountains. So they're like making money, making good money, doing what they do. Hold on, let me go back. I'll get this word lewdness. It says plan, device, wickedness, evil plan, mischief, purpose, plan, purpose, evil device, wickedness. What's this talking about? It says not chasten, insist, adultery, idolatry, harlotry. So that's pure wickedness. So they're actually promoting wickedness and telling stories. That's this rap music today. Verse 10, indeed have they discovered their father's nakedness, indeed have they humbled her that was set apart for pollution. And that word humble is humiliate, and it says her that was set apart for pollution. So it's going into these talking about adultery and all of that. There's a lot of adultery in this music. A lot of these rappers, they don't talk about their woman. They talk about what they're going to do to your woman. I'm not going to, go into detail, but that's what you hear in a lot of this music. Verse 11, and one had committed abominations with his neighbor's wife. Hey, there we go. There you go. Abomination with his neighbor's wife. That's adultery. And other had lewdly defiled his daughter-in-law, and another indeed had humiliated his sister, humbled his sister, his father's daughter. So basically, the women of your nation, and no one disrespect the women of their nation more than Israel, the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. mostly Judah. I mean, think of another nation that that's always talking about how filthy their women are, calling them, all out their name. And then not only that, they put themselves out there, the way they dress, the way that they live. I'm talking about these women. Scriptures say, woe to them that put evil for good and good for evil. Woe means destruction. That judgment is coming to you people. The Lord is going to judge you based on your ways. It says, indeed have they taken gifts to shed blood. Man, that's talking about these rappers big time. Who was that got famous? Gucci Man. Gucci Man, he had music. It was all about selling dope, and he got into some beef with Jeezy a while back, and somebody outside took it personal and tried to rob Gucci Man, and he shot one of them and killed them. And after that, his fame got, it increased. And for a while, he was known for that. It done kind of been swept under the rug, and people don't say nothing about it now. That was a while back, damn near almost 20 years ago when it happened. But it happened, and he received gang fame from that. Also, look at Tupac and Biggie back in the 90s. No one said that they were involved with, with their both of them being murdered. No one saying who was involved, but after that, after both of them were murdered, it that it made it more famous, and it seemed like rap music, I don't know, rap music just grew after that. It's almost like Biggie and Tupac was like a sacrifice for the rap game or whatever. But we don't know what the higher ups had planned for them, and why things happened the way it did. But anyway, I'm gonna read 14 again. Salaki, I'm gonna read 12 again. It says, "Indeed, have they taken gifts to shed blood, and has taken usury and increase. And thou hast gained greedily of thy neighbor by extortion, and hast forgotten me, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua." So, just because that money is good, that don't mean that it's good money. That money has blood on it. Those gifts that you're receiving has blood on it. Just think about how many lives trap music and what they used to call it, gangster rap back in the day. Think about how many lives that music helped, the promotion of that music helped claim the lives of how many people. Because that music put demons on you, and you can listen to music, and it doesn't really do anything to your spirit. But some people have a weak spirit, and whatever they hear, it vexes their mind, and they want to go out and do those things. For example, I brought this out a long time ago. In class, I was speaking in class about the music, and I was telling people, I said smoking weed didn't get popular until Dr. Dre came out with that Chronic album. because it was big like in the 70s, and then in the 80s it kind of died down. When in the 90s, when Dr. Dre came out with that Chronic album, talking about a lot of weed smoking, it's like after that everybody started talking about that. It was promoted big time. And the same thing with gangster rap, the same thing with the adultery in the music, the drug use. I'm pretty sure no one knew what lean was until they heard somebody from Texas rapping about it. I know I didn't. Or no one knew what mollies were until they heard somebody rapping about it. Like these guys that's rapping about this stuff, and these females, they actually see that stuff in the hood, and when they put their music out there, it hit like different areas outside of the hood. So now what's going on in your little area is spread it around. So you promoting wickedness. I'm going to read verse 13. It says, "Behold, therefore I have smitten my hand at thy dishonest gain, which thou hast made, and at thy blood, which had been in the midst of thee." And hey, you rappers and entertainers, your judgment is coming. And I'm not saying that all rap music is bad. You have some pretty decent rappers out there, that actually tell stories. They might even promote not doing certain drugs, not gang banging or whatever. But what's actually being promoted heavily is all the negative and wickedness. And we already know who's in charge of that stuff. Esau, Edom, not only Esau, Edom, but Amalek, who are the Jewish people that's in control of the media. Everything that you hear on the radio, everything that you see on TV, the wickedness, the violence, the sex and drug use is Amalek, the Jewish people, allowing it. That lets you know that they're the synagogue of Satan. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this lesson. I pray that it was edifying. Judgment coming to you, rappers and entertainers. Like yesterday, which is already happening. People wondering why so many rappers are getting murdered in these last days, because the Lord is doing it. The Lord is fed up and sick of our people. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Ba'Shem Rakak Dash, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth, and shalom to the elect.